1611, I'm strapped. Dream team coming back with a slap. Hey, on the block where it's at. White cracks getting smacked. Who gon' read? I'm about to snap. This straight facts, my boy, no cap. Steps going up.
I'm asking to.
Nah, you good, sis. Hey, what's your name, sis?
Anicia.
Anicia, I'm Jabez. Nice to meet you. So you wanted, so you look at the sign there, you could be able to see American blacks, you see West Indian blacks, and you see Haitian blacks, right? So as far as when it comes to the distinction to know who's who, that was broken down a while ago. But at the end of the day, it all matters is that we're all from the 12 tribes of Israel, right? The thing that shows us that we are the 12 tribes of Israel is the curses that happened to us in history. So give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. Have you heard about slave ships?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're familiar with that. So what is the difference between the Haitian blacks, the Jamaican blacks, and the American blacks when it comes to slave ships? What's the difference?
The difference between the Colombia, Dominicans, Cubans, they were all dropped off first. And then we were, I mean, I know there were some already here, but the ships, they were dropped off in Latin America and the Caribbean first, and then they came here.
Right, so the difference is it's just different slave drop-off points. Right? So, but all in all, they all have the same history, right? So we're going to read that to you out of the Bible because that's how you know that you are Israelite. Read that, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Lord was talking to the children of Israel during the time of Moses, saying, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again with ships. But what the Lord was saying when he's talking about the word Egypt, if you know a little bit about the Bible, the Hebrews, they were slaves to the Egyptians, right? So he said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt, meaning slavery again with ships. So we know in history there's only one race of people who, or one group of people who went into slavery on slave ships, which is who? Us blacks, and then also some of the Hispanics, because some Hispanics call themselves Spaniards because their families were taken to Spain on the Pinta, the Nina, and the Santa Maria. Those were also slave ships. So it says that the Lord shall bring us into Egypt, meaning slavery again with ships.
By the way, wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Because you have so-called American blacks who are in America and San Diego. They say they're born and raised in San Diego, who've never been back to their homeland in Africa. Right? We got Jamaican blacks, they think that their homeland is Jamaica, but they've never been back to their homeland in Africa. Same thing with Haitians. We all never been back to our homeland again. That's what it's saying, we'll never see it again, our homeland as a people, right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So what we doing right here, what's your name, sis? Nyla. So Nyla, this is Anicia, and I'm Jabez. Nice to meet you. So what we're going over is, how do you know that the so-called blacks and Hispanics are the children of Israel according to the Bible? So what we're just going through, Anicia was telling me that same thing that happened to the blacks in America, and the blacks in Jamaica, and black and Haitians, that they all came over on slavery on slave ships. They just had different drop-off points. Do you agree? All right, so that's where we're at right now. So when we read that again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it's saying the Lord is going to bring the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the children of Israel, into Egypt. Egypt meaning slavery, because if you know about what we was talking about in Mesa, if you know about the Hebrews, they were slaves to the Egyptians. I don't know if you ever seen the Prince of Egypt. So you saw that. They were slaves to the Egyptians. So Egypt is synonymous for slavery. So it say it will bring us into slavery with what? With ships. So when you look at this sign right here, this is what they had us in. Cargo slave ships, right? They changed a cargo ship into a slave ship so they could be able to stock us in by the millions to take as many slaves as possible over here to this land. Right? Read.
By the way, wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Where I start with Anissa is where we was talking about American blacks. They think they were born and raised in San Diego. This is their hometown. Same thing with Jamaicans. They think the land of Jamaica is their home. Just with the Haitians. All of them think that this is their homeland. But our homeland is in Africa. We never been back to that land again. That's why we're still here. That's why I'm here to talk to you, Anissa, in San Diego, and I can talk to you, Nyla, in San Diego. It's because we never been back to our homeland as a people. Right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So once we got off those slave docking points, whether it was in Jamaica, whether it was in Haiti, whether it was in America, we were sold unto our enemies. When you look at these signs right here, you look at that bottom left right here, you got slave auctions going on. That's what happened to us as so-called blacks. We were sold unto our enemies because your friend, y'all got friends. You know what I'm saying? How old are you? 20. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you had friends before. So would your friends say, hey, I'm going to take you and sell you to another white person so I can get money off of you? No. Would that be a friend? No. So we were sold by people who hate us. It said we would be sold unto our enemies. Right? It said for bondmen and bondwomen. Because the black man was sold into slavery just the same way the black woman was sold into slavery. We were oppressed together. But if you look at the society today, they're trying to break us apart. They're trying to make it seem like the black man shouldn't be with the black woman and the black woman wouldn't be with the black man. That's what they promote on TV. When you see couples, you see exactly. You see a black woman with a white man or a black man with a white woman. That's what they're pushing, right? Because they want us to see us as divided and not as a family. Because that's how you break down a nation, by dividing the marriage between the black man and the black woman. That's what's going on. That's what happened in slavery. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
Meaning no man shall save you, shall redeem you. No man was going to say, let me buy you guys out of slavery because what I think is going on to you is hard. Did you ever hear that? And whenever we read in slavery, and there was this woman, hey, they have it hard. Let me buy them so they can have freedom. Did you ever read about that? Even to today, you see what's going on in the black community. There's cracks, cads, there's prostitution, there's gangs and violence. Who's making bills for us to be able to build up our educational systems? Who's making bills for us to build up our neighborhoods that are torn down and run down in our streets that are cracked up? Nobody's making bills for that. What's up was happening to Kanye West? He said that the blacks are the real Jews, and they took over $4 billion from them. You see what I'm saying? They got all these things to protect every other race, but they have everything to be able to oppress us as a people. Why? It's because we were sold to people that hate us, and we are the children of Israel according to the Bible. You're not a black woman. You're not a black woman. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah according to God. So the reason why we have gangs in our communities, drugs in our community, prostitution in our community, is because we broke God's commandments. Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Because there's nothing just happens for no reason, right? There's always a reason why something happened. If somebody steals from you, right, and then they get put in jail, that was the reason, because they stole. So what is the reason why, and no matter in LA, San Diego, Killeen, Texas, where I'm from, why are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans living in impoverished states? Why do we have the lowest jobs that barely be able to take care of our families? Living paycheck to paycheck. And we got to smoke weed to be able to get through the day. That's why we smoke weed, because we stressed out. We are frustrated because we don't know how we're going to make ends meet. And that's the only way therefore we can cope to our oppression that we go through on a day-to-day basis. So we got to find out what's the cause so we can get to the solution to fixing the problems in our community. So read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So stay with me, Nyla and Anissa. So the Lord is talking to the children of Israel again, which is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He said that we chose not to hearken, meaning listen to the voice of the Lord thy God. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said that if we chose not to listen and to do God's commandments, he's going to put curses on us. So is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? You say bad? What about you? You say bad? Hey, brother in the back. Brother in the back right there. Hey, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? You say it's a bad thing? All right. So give me some bad things that y'all see in our communities. I'm sorry with you, Anissa. Give me some bad things that you see in our communities. Just give me one. Just give me one, and we're going to go around.
Piss smell.
The piss smell. Okay, okay. What about you? Gang violence. What about you, big bro? You don't know no bad things when you walk throughout Southeast San Diego? You don't see nothing? Okay. She said a piss smell, okay? And you said the gang violence. What about that over there? The crackheads over there, big bro. Is that a bad thing? Them over there. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing that we got crackheads over there?
Bring it out.
Yeah, you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? That's a bad thing, right? So that's something that bad that you can see. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 16. Because the bad things, as y'all said, we said a curse is a bad thing, right? So let's see what God says as far as the curses that will be on the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So God said, no matter what city we go to, we're going to be cursed. I bet you there's crackheads in Los Angeles. I bet there's piss smell in Los Angeles. I bet there's gang violence in Los Angeles.
There is. I've been there.
You've been there. We've been there. There's gang violence all the way up in the Bay.
Right.
There's piss smell all the way up in the Bay.
Right.
There's piss smell in Arizona, piss smell in Georgia, and all the places that we populate as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All those things that y'all name is in those communities. But I bet you won't find that in La Jolla.
Teach. Bring it out.
Bring it out. Well, what other rich places up here in San Diego?
Well, they got homeless people in La Jolla.
But they got piss smell. They got piss smell. Do they got gang violence?
Oh, I don't know.
They ain't got no gang violence. I ain't never heard of a La Jolla gang. Hey, Rancho Santa Fe? What about Rancho Santa Fe?
I'm not even from here.
Where you from, sis? You from Mississippi? Oh, that brother back there from Mississippi, so y'all already know. Y'all know he from Hattiesburg, ain't you? See, look at that. Look at that right there. But in Hattiesburg, you'll find blacks in the ghettos. You find blacks, gang violence, all of that.
Louisiana don't got gang violence, but they kill each other a lot.
They definitely got gang violence. My family's from New Orleans. They definitely got gang violence.
It's not that bad.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
They still kill each other.
Okay, but that's another thing that go along with violence within each other. We as a people should not be killing each other.
Right.
When we look at another black man, we're not supposed to say that this is an enemy or op.
Right.
This is my opposition. That's something that was put upon us in slavery. But God said that will be in our communities because we broke his commandment.
Right.
We broke the commandment of love thy neighbor like thyself. But we use that commandment for everybody outside of our race. We say that we love white man more than we love the person who looks exactly like us.
Right.
That's our problem in our communities because we don't have the commandments of God.
Right.
So that's what we out here teaching the commandments in our nationality that we can be able to make those changes in our communities. I'll give you one commandment right now that can be able to set a big change in our communities, right? You work, the scrubs, you work in the hospital medical field? Okay, I'm working in the medical field too. Hey, what's up, big bro?
What's happening?
Hey, so you say, so we out here teaching our... One more. So we're going to read this scripture right here on one way that we can be able to change our community. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. Because this is what we're doing, again, is to find out what's the cause of the problem and how do we find a solution to our problems, right? Because if we don't look for solutions, that means we're okay with living paycheck to paycheck, living in oppression, living in a prayer where we have to smoke weed all day to get through our day, where we got gang violence and we killing each other. That means we okay with it. So let's see what's one of the solutions we can do to change our communities. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So it says a man should not put on a woman's garment. Nyla and Anissa, and our big bro right there. What are women garments? Give me some. Start with you. Dress, what about you? What you think? Skirt, what about you? Dress and skirts, what about you, big bro? You don't know no women's garment?
Booty shorts.
Yeah, man. All right. So we got dresses and skirts. All right, okay. So let's read it. Let's read that again from the top.
Read it again from top.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So we got a list of things that belong to women. So what clothing belongs to men?
Oh, we gotta do this again.
No. Do it again. What again? Okay, pants. What you think, sis? Suits, okay. Okay, so what suits have no pants? That's a part of the suit, right? What you think, big bro? He on the phone. All right, so we said pants. So God said a woman is not supposed to wear that which pertaineth to a man.
That's right.
So women are not supposed to be wearing pants just as much as men not supposed to be wearing skirts and dresses.
That's right.
Why? Because read that bottom part.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So an abomination to God, meaning it's disgusting to him. Meaning when God sees that men in dresses, he says that is disgusting. When he sees women in pants, he is disgusted. God said that that is an issue in the black community because that puts on whatever they say, it's who wears the pants in the house. What does that mean?
Who runs it?
Who runs it? Who runs the house? So that is a saying that they put in the world that is letting you know that who takes on the manly spirit in the house. So when women wear pants, they put on this manly spirit. Like you hear them saying, "What's up, bruh? What's up, dude?" They start talking like in a manly spirit. God said a woman's supposed to be dressed in modest apparel, which is dresses and skirts, because he made you to be princesses. You blacks, Hispanics, and that women, y'all are princesses to God. I know you got on scrubs. Again, I work in the medical field, but my wife, she works in the medical field too. So you can wear skirts while you at work. Because yes, you can. Yeah, you can. My wife, she does the same. So you have a way to not wear those scrub pants and wear skirts at your job, even though you're being in the medical field. So God wants you to come out of those pants, both of you, because that's one way you can be able to change your community, Nyla and Anissa. So Anissa, I'm sorry, sis. I apologize. You forgive me? Okay, all right, Nyla. Remember, you gotta take them pants off, sis. That's a start to repentance. Same thing with you, Anissa.
I gotta find a skirt before tomorrow.
Hey, sis, there's a bunch of skirts that you can do. So, hey, there's one. All right, sis. Well, make sure you do your best to be able to get the skirt. Okay. All right. Matthew 20.
Y'all got me feeling all dirty.
Hey, sis. Well, the Lord wants you to be clean. All right.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.